Hey everybody, it's Chris Eads, Wootini from GayGamer.net, here with another weekly video podcast. Now, last week, when I shot my podcast, I was a little cranky because I thought I'd pulled a muscle in my leg. A couple days later, I discovered that I had not pulled a muscle in my leg. In fact, I have a small blood clot in my leg, causing me a great deal of discomfort and some kind of gross swelling now. So, I've been kind of laid up on the couch and not really in the mood for games. You'd think being laid up on the couch would be the perfect time to just be like, yeah, let me just jump right in, finish a bunch of games, and just play. But much like last month when I had that hideous head cold for over a week, I just wasn't in the mood. I was cranky, my leg hurt, I was like, ugh. And so I just vegged out watching movies and TV shows instead of playing games. I was feeling better towards the end of the week, so I did actually play some Rock Band because now they have all the songs from Rock Band 1 and 2 are available. That took a long time to download. It's also taking up like 20 gigs of space on my Xbox One hard drive now, which is like insane. But whatever, because there's lots of songs and they're great. But I can't stand, so I've been playing guitar sitting on the couch like this, and it's really awkward, and I miss a lot of notes, and I'm not as good as if I'm standing and can really jump around and get into it and dance and whatever. That's more fun. Also, star power on the couch is a little super awkward to do. I also thought I was making some good progress in Grim Fandango on my Vita, until suddenly I got a pop-up saying that an unexpected error occurred, and the game restarted. And when it restarted, I discovered that I had not saved in quite a while. Oops! So that's my own fault. So I've got some backtracking to do in that one. That's always super frustrating, because then you don't want to play the game because you've already done it, so you don't want to have to do it again, but you do if you want to finish and get further, but it's just not something that's really appealing to do. Anyway, let me just shut up about all that, because nobody cares about any of that. You're all here because of what I promised last week, which is the opening of the brand new Nintendo New York. What amazed me was there was a line around the block, as though there was, you know, a Zelda game or a Mario game or a Pokemon game coming out. There was not. I mean, there was a Fire Emblem game coming out, but I mean, I'm pretty sure Fire Emblem isn't gonna... I'm sure a lot of those people were picking up Fire Emblem, but they weren't in line for Fire Emblem. Like, Fire Emblem I don't think would get a line that goes all the way around the block. They were in line to simply visit the new store, which is crazy to me, because it's still just a store. I mean, it looks great, don't get me wrong. The remodel is terrific, but it's still just a store. But that's dedicated Nintendo fans for you. Because if, as people are theorizing, this Nintendo New York leads to a Nintendo Chicago, a Nintendo LA, a Nintendo San Francisco, whatever, the grand openings of those, there I could see that would have a line because it's something new to experience and you've never had that before, and that's cool and you want to be one of the first people to experience that. But people have gone to the Nintendo World Store before, and Nintendo New York is still the same stuff, just rearranged and made prettier. When you first walk in, I mean, it's the same building, it's the same windows, the same layout and everything. I mean, it's not the same layout once you get inside, like they've moved everything around. You walk inside, there's that really cool looking coin embedded into the floor. Then there's a couple of display cases, one with the Master Sword in it, and then another one that has this really cool sketch that Miyamoto did to honor the grand reopening of Nintendo New York. And then the rest of the first floor is, you know, merchandise. There's some demo units along the wall, so that you can, you know, try out games. And then there's, you know, shelves of merchandise. They've moved the registers over to the other wall, but it's kind of the same thing. They got rid of the little 3DS sitting area in the center. That's not there anymore. But it's all just stuff for sale. You know, it's the same merchandise, just rearranged, because they've kind of categorized it now so that it's like all the Zelda... I mean, they were sort of doing this before, but now it's really like that. Like, they have stuff on the walls, it's like, there's Zelda images, and below that you will find all the Zelda merchandise. You know, Pokemon over there, you know. So, the second floor, on the second floor is where they have the big giant screen hooked up to a Wii U, which I will admit is really awesome. Like, it's floor to ceiling, it's impressive. That'll be a great way to demo a game. But in the corner where they had the museum section, they still have all the display cases with the handheld, the evolution of the handhelds in it. And now there's cases, smaller cases with the consoles in them. But they've now moved the museum section to just a small display in the center of the second floor, and that to me isn't as cool because it's smaller and they can't display as much, and I'm just like, I really loved the museum section because that was a reason to keep going back to the store, because they would, I mean, obviously there's new merchandise and stuff, but they would have this cool museum section that would rotate with different displays of, like, here are Splatoon sketches, here's the history of Mario, here's the history of Animal Crossing, whatever. And it was very cool to see. All the old merchandise, old sketches, design documents, whatever. That was cool. So I miss that. I mean, it's still there, just it's not as prominent as it was before. Now the second floor is like, you have your museum section, your display area with the demo units, with the big TV, and then you have the little museum area and just merchandise. All this stuff for sale. So, like, they just rearranged everything. It's a lot brighter. It feels a lot more open. Yeah, so, like, that's it. I would have done an article for the site, but the site has been very cranky lately and not letting me upload images, so I was like, I don't think I'll be able to make a gallery for people to browse of the new Nintendo store. So, alas, here are your images in this video podcast. If the site settles down and I can actually make a gallery, I will do so. So, you know, you can look for that on gaygamer.net maybe, if it calms down. If you're in the New York City area, by all means, check out Nintendo New York. It was a great store when it was Nintendo World. It's still a great store now that it's Nintendo New York. It's just shinier and newer and cooler. So definitely check it out. I will see you back here next week, and I'll talk about something else. I don't know. See you then. Bye.